You guys are gonna get married and he's gonna have horrible anger issues. He's gonna be so mad and he's not gonna know why he's mad. But he's just going to embody his mother.
Jordan's messages.
Sponsored by Squarespace.
Parent probs with a Z. Is that some subliminal message, Josh, that you came up with?
Generation Z.
Gen Z, that's right. You know Josh, Owen, my son, you know him.
I've heard of him.
Owen, you know him. Apparently last year, for the conversion to Generation Alpha to Gen Beta. He is the last Generation Alpha though.
Oh, good. That wouldn't make any sense.
No.
He's not a beta.
He made it in, but narrowly, so we're good. Let's get to the messages. Hey Jordan, I'm planning to propose to my girlfriend soon. We've been dating for almost 6 months, and by the time I propose, if I can, it'll be over 7. I'm pretty sure her mom and dad support our marriage, but her stepdad of 5 years might say no. I respect him. He's been a better leader than her father, but I'd be frustrated if he's the only one against it. If he objects, it'll likely be because he believes we haven't dated long enough. However, he married my girlfriend's mom just 5 months after their first date, which feels hypocritical. I get that it's different later in life, but it still seems unfair. Not sure what to do or how to feel. Is it true? Like, he's just saying this is like an axiom or a proof in like trigonometry or analytical geometry, whatever it is, that people who are older get to date shorter periods of time and have more success.
Well, this is the stepdad, okay? This is not his first rodeo.
Yeah, but
He's
that
got cumulative
but that means that somebody failed somewhere and now they're doing something again, and let's see even if it works.
Sure, I got married quick, but I've made mistakes. Okay?
Right. This is a classic thing where a parent, it's do as I say, not as I do.
Projection.
Right. You always know where a parent has gone wrong based on how critical they are on just one weird thing. Like some one weird things. Like you guys can go on a date, but you can't go to the movies together. What happened, Dad?
You cannot go see Return of the Jedi.
You cannot see the Return of the Jedi that came out 20 years later. You're not allowed to go see that movie alone. It's like, why? Okay, you get a little hint at, they'll never tell you, but something happened that they regret when they saw Return of the Jedi 25, 30 years ago. Something happened. So anyways, that's what's going on with him. I think the thing is that he's struggling, right? He trusts his stepdaughter and he trusts you, but what he's really struggling with is his past. He's like, and his present too. He's like, I don't know if I made a mistake. 5 months? I mean, that's what I did. And it seems like it's going fine, but I mean, it's kind of early, right? Imagine if I was more mature, and then it's 5 months too long. It's too soon. You know, he's basically, he's having an internal conversation that he's putting on you. So honestly, I would disregard whatever the man says because he did what you're doing. You're doing what he did, and if he tells you no, then I would question his life because why did he do what he told you not to do? Right? I mean, I don't know what other conclusion to come to. So whatever this guy says, I would just say, thank you, come again, and do, I mean, I don't know. Also, Josh, I have nothing against stepdads, okay? We read last message.
Nobody thought you did.
No, they do. Well, Josh, maybe
Now
they do.
do.
No, because the last message, I read that Bible verse that Jesus actually happened to say in 2 books of the Bible, by the way. It was recorded twice by the disciples, where he said not to marry a divorced person. And then Jesus said that. He said it twice. It was in like Mark and Luke.
There were some comments about the divorce stuff in the last
Was there? I didn't read the comments because I didn't want to rile me up too much. So I just let it be. I was like, look, Jesus said it. It wasn't me. I just read what the red letters were. And that's what it said. So,
okay, but in spite of all that, in spite of the 2 listings of this particular quote, you do not have anything against stepdads.
You just completely set me up. Okay. If I am going completely from a Jesus perspective, which should be my perspective, then I question the stepdad even more than instinctively I do. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. God bless the man. He's had a hard life. He's made some bad mistakes. And now, well, actually, we don't know. We don't know if he got divorced in the past, but we do know, Josh, that he married a divorced person, which Jesus specifically himself said not to do unless there was some sexual promiscuity, Josh. But when again, Jesus wasn't alive during the time where P-Hub existed. So is that sexual promiscuity? Can you divorce somebody because of that? Or is it literally a physical embodiment? Is it AI Apple Vision Pro?
If you even look at a woman with lust in your eyes, you have committed adultery. Okay? Another quote. Another big
right,
one.
but see, Jesus said that. He said if you even look at a woman, you have committed adultery. Okay. Sure. But at the same time, the verse literally seemed, and I'll put it on the screen because I can't remember what it says. But when I read it, the gist of it seemed like it was saying very specifically, if the people had slept with somebody else. That's what I felt when I read that verse. It wasn't like if you have looked at somebody. It was almost like Jesus was like, look, I know that's the principle, guys, but if they physically sleep with somebody, okay, we need to have a higher standard. But if they do that, then we can get divorced and it's okay. That's what, I feel like Jesus was trying to get something across and was like, but let's not go too nuts with this, guys. But if you sleep with somebody. So, who knows? I'm getting off. I'm losing credibility with every word that I say. But this question has basically turned into me trying to dissect, not the guy writing it, but this stepdad. All I'm saying is I both have respect for people and don't have respect for people who say, do as I say, not as I do. I love those kinds of people though, because they're at least honest with you. You know what I mean? And they're not gonna hate you if you don't do what they say, because they know they're saying that there's something off with them. So how are you gonna get mad at them? The scariest kind of person, Josh, is the kind of person who doesn't say that and they're doing just horrible, awful things and they're trying to convince you that they're doing the most godly, perfect thing. And at that point, those people just need to be tossed to the wayside.
Fairly well.
But the stepdad, like, I feel like we could actually have a conversation with him about this. If he was like, he seems like a reasonable guy. You know what I mean? Because he's done what he's gonna tell you not to do. I feel like you can just easily poke through his logic and get him to come on your side. So I wouldn't be too worried about it. Great.
Get married.
Just get married and just enjoy it. There we go. Okay, great. This show gives the best advice on all of the internet. That is a fact, and that is exactly why I want you to hear me loud and clear. You need a website. Oh, Jordan, it's too hard to build a website. No, it's not. You are mistaken. Advice number 2, build it with Squarespace. That's what we do. Whether it's the Blimey website or the side projects that Josh and I constantly are working on in the background. We build our sites with Squarespace and have been using their services for over a decade now. Maybe you want to sell stuff or display your work or start a blog or a podcast. Whatever you want to do, Squarespace can create a site that does one or all of those things. With Squarespace's collection of cutting-edge design tools, anyone can build an online presence that perfectly fits their brand or personality. Their AI-enhanced website builder is nothing to fear. AI in this case is amazing. It makes an already easy process even more efficient and customized just for you. It'll add nice-looking stuff to your site that you hadn't even thought of. Thank you, AI. Of course, you'll need a domain name, and Squarespace makes that easy too. All the security features that other sites make you pay extra for, darn you, they're all included for just one low price. You can easily take donations on your website, and you can add videos. Squarespace is a fantastic service that is constantly improving. We cannot recommend them more highly. If you've been thinking about starting a website, I want to encourage you to just do it. Because now, making a website is so easy. And it's fun too. Head over to squarespace.com for a free trial. And then, when you're ready to launch, go to our link, squarespace.com/cow. Because there, you're going to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's squarespace.com/cow. Now, let's get back to the messages. Hi, Jordan and Josh. My boyfriend's mom hates me. We've been dating for 3 years and she clearly objects. She accuses me of taking her son away, but plays it off as a joke. If we hug, she audibly gags. What does that mean? Making making everyone uncomfortable. When we're alone, she won't talk to me, and if I try, she seems annoyed. I love my boyfriend, and he's tried talking to her, but she denies everything, saying, I'm too sensitive, or making it up so he won't visit. The woman is crazy, but she'll always be in our lives. How do I respond or move past her hurtful behavior? All right. Okay, she's crazy, whatever, sure. A lot of people's moms are nuts. Like, this is just an objective truth. I don't know about the stepdad, though. We're still trying to figure him out. But in this situation, okay, we all know this. I don't know if we're allowed to say it this day and age. I feel like maybe we can say it more. That, you know, sometimes there's a little, some people are off their rocker a little bit, and on the wife side of when you're trying to get married to somebody's daughter or boy, whatever, boyfriend, girlfriend, I don't care what it is. That seems like a gut truism to me. We've all seen it before. So just know that that is like a truth in this situation. Now, how you move past this isn't if you move past it because of her. It's how does your boyfriend, fiance, whoever this dude is, how does he view the situation? That's what we care about. The mom's gonna be the mom is gonna be. You're not gonna find that anywhere else. I'm just throwing people under the bus, Josh. Sure, maybe you'll find somebody whose mom is like pretty normal, okay? But if you find another guy, you're probably gonna run into a situation that is, you know, it seems like an echo of another situation that you've seen, which is this other person. So you're gonna run into this one way or another. I don't care if you don't think it's this way the first year, and then 10 years later down the road, you realize, oh, there's some weird stuff going on with the family. So, knowing that, it's not about the mom. It's about how does the son deal with the mom. If the son is like, doesn't see it at all, we're running away because he's gonna ruin your life. Or he's not actually gonna ruin it. Well, he will vicariously. He's ruining his own life. His
life is gonna get steamrolled, and also yours.
This is what's gonna happen. If this, I'm gonna give you two situations. If this guy, number one, doesn't see it for what it is, and I guess it is the mom, doesn't see the mom for what she is and how she's controlling and blah, 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 all this stuff, it doesn't matter because he feels that without knowing that he's feeling that. And so you guys are gonna get married and he's gonna have horrible anger issues. He's gonna be so mad and he's not gonna know why he's mad, but he's just going to embody his mother because he hasn't internalized what's really going on. He doesn't see it for what it is. So he's gonna have horrible anger issues and it's gonna be confusing. You're not gonna really understand why. He's not gonna understand why. But there's always this weird nagging thing in the background that his mom is like, whatever. Or I guess there's three situations. Or the second situation is that he does know that his mom is this way, but he is too scared to say anything about it. And in that case, he's going to be even more angry and even more furious, and he's not gonna know why. But it's like actually gonna be bad. Like it's gonna be scary bad. The other one where he's just kind of oblivious, he'll be like angry, but he's not gonna like completely lose his mind. If he is actually angry at his mom and he knows that he's angry at his mom and he just won't confront his mom, this guy actually may be dangerous. Like it will be bad. The third situation is that he knows that his mom is this way and he knows how to handle his mom and not control his life. And in that case, the guy's gonna have peace. He's gonna be great. Those are the three situations. I don't know which one this guy is, but considering the fact that you're actually writing this into me means that this guy is out of control somehow, because why would you be writing if he was doing something about it? It doesn't make sense. So in that case, it does feel like it's the second option where he knows and he doesn't want to say anything because he's scared. And if that's true, this guy is a major red flag because he's gonna get real angry real fast. As in, like, he might, like, when you guys get married, I'm not trying to scare anybody here, but when you get, he'll be fine now because you guys aren't married and he likes you and blah, blah, blah. But when you guys get married, let a year go by. And it's just gonna get worse and worse. You're gonna see sides of this guy, and it's gonna start scaring you. I'm serious, and it's gonna be hard because he doesn't know why, because it's so subconscious. He doesn't know why he's being this way, and you don't know why he's being this way. But now I told you why, so now you'll know. But if you talk to him about it, he is going to. It's an insult to him because you're basically saying, hey, a woman, your mother is, you're basically still a baby because you're like under her control still, even though you're married and outside the house. So that's going to be a huge insult to him, and he knows that it's true, so it's going to make him really angry because he can't do anything about it. So those are the 3 options. I think that you're in option number 2. So, good luck. It's gonna be difficult.
That's the really angry one?
Yeah, that's the really angry one. This guy it's gonna be bad. It will be bad. If his mom is verbally in front of both of you doing this, there's no hiding that. It's not like the there's some moms that can be really devious. This woman is just straight up like just mean.
Yeah.
That's a little bit easier to handle, to be honest. But it's like the kinds of moms who are like not mean, but they are mean, and they like do stuff behind the scenes
Point
to like.
to a time I said something mean.
Exactly. This lady is just mean. So that's a little bit easier to handle, but it makes it more.
But he needs to handle it.
But he needs to handle it, right? So and I don't think that he is.
Oh, I'm just kidding.
So
you know I love her.
Literally, before you marry this guy, this needs to be like talked about constantly.
Done.
Like you need to say, hey, either you control your mom, or I'm done. And I'm dead serious. You will regret your decision if you do not listen to what I say.
Right. He is right.
The end. Hi, Jordan. Oh, yeah, we're doing the outro. I was about to read the bonus message, guy. Let's read it. I have a problem. Maybe I'm too self-centered. Maybe I have no self-worth, or both. I've been happily married for 1.5 years, but I constantly compare myself to my husband's ex.
Ooh, that's saucy.
What am I gonna say? I don't even know what I'm gonna say because I haven't finished the question. But if you want to know what I say, you can go to supportblimeycow.com, sign up, and then you will get a plethora of Jordan's messages bonus that I have edited especially for you guys, and I release them to you, and you get to see, I don't even know how many. It's a whole library of them.
So many.
I could have answered your question, and you're like, wow, I wrote Jordan in a question years ago. He never answered. Yes, I did. I wrote them. You just haven't paid the money to get exclusive access to the life-changing advice. So, with that in mind, now, go sign up right now. And just have a great life. It could change everything for you. It really could. It could change it.
Fix all your parent problems.
All your parent problems. Don't be messy. And leave good messages.